This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Sony put out a brand new camera, and no, it's not the a7S III, it's a new RX02, which I did not expect. Look at this guy, it's so cute. But now we have 4K internal recording. We have improved image stabilization in camera, but also with their new app. We will test out later. And are you ready for it? A flip screen. What? We're gonna have a lot of fun with this guy. We're gonna go get John at the skate park, get some skate tricks, but let's talk specs real quick because this is probably the first time that you've seen this guy as it just was announced today. We have improved skin tones, even though we don't have the new picture profiles like PP10, so we'll have to see what that looks like. We have IAF when taking still images, so look at this camera as more than an action camera. We'll see if this lives up to its $699 price tag. We have the Zeiss fixed 24mm f4 lens, and we have a closer focusing distance of 7.9 inches. We have the 1-inch image sensor, which is the same sensor we have in that RX100 with 15.3 megapixels, and you're able to shoot an S-Log2 with this thing. It is a bit thicker than the RX0, 5mm thicker, that is, and 22 grams heavier, but remember, we can record 4K internally, so my guess is more room for it not to overheat, but also that added flip screen though. So we have the professional features like time code and the different picture profiles to match up with your other Sony cameras or cameras that shoot flat profiles. Yeah, Sony. I love that we're getting no shooting limits and we're getting these flip screens. We saw it recently with the 6400, and who would have thought it would happen in this little guy? They say in the specs that you can shoot in 4K continuously for 45 minutes, so you don't have to worry about the record option, but also the battery lasts for 45 minutes of 4K recording. So of course this thing is waterproof, shockproof, crush-proof, and it has those classic Sony menus, so you have a lot of options for video recording and also capturing photos. But dang, the Sony menus though. RX0 test number 1, boosted board, and the skate park. Okay, so now we got this guy on the Sony Grip setup. So I have the zooming, but we're shooting in 4K too. So we have a mic attached, hopefully the audio is better. Is the image stabilization good? Because you do have image stabilization for 4K as well. The focus modes are interesting. So it's preset focus mode, it's single shot autofocus, and then manual focus. So when you're starting to record and you kind of half press the record button, you'll get a little box around your head. So it knows what it's trying to focus on, but once you hit record, the focus is set. There's no continuous autofocus. So this is the RX01, exact same picture profile, PP7, all the settings are the same. This vlogging thing without a flip screen, I would have never suggested doing that with the RX01 because I wasn't even able to double check my preset autofocus. And this might be a good alternative to making Instagram stories cool. We'll have to see how their app is, if it's easy to transfer and edit. But obviously this is going to be a nicer image, much nicer than your iPhone. You could get creative with it and you could just stick this in your pocket, you know? The sun's pretty harsh right now, but see, this isn't too bad to just hold, shoot off some Instagram stories. And if the image stabilization is good enough to where I can hold it with my hand, that might be interesting. 24mm wide enough. This video is sponsored by Squarespace, and you guys know that they have amazing 24/7 award-winning customer service. Beautiful templates to make your website. But you know, we've done some Squarespace SpawnCon, and I feel like I want to get kind of creative showing off my website on my computer. Well, we have to test the crush proofness of this camera, right? So the initial idea, let's just like throw this at the high frame rate, 480 frames per second, at the computer with my website, and it really didn't work out. Maybe like fly it. That's good enough. And then we, oh God. I quit. I quit. This will never happen. Do not follow your dreams. Your dreams will not come true. See, look at all these cool people who use Squarespace. Entrepreneurs, photographers, musicians, small businesses. It is the all-in-one platform for all of your commerce and creative and portfolio needs. It's super simple to set up or transfer your domain with Squarespace. This is my website. I use it as a portfolio for new subscribers or brands who are interested in collabing. You get a general gist of who I am and the work I put out, as well as my gear and all the different ways to contact me. My Squarespace website, saradici.com, I love you. What? I just really love my website, and I think we got the RX0 working out. Those were some cool shots, right? Make sure to go to squarespace.com/saradici for 10% off your first website or domain. Click the link below. What do you do? Okay, back to the video.
Oh God.
The last thing about this RX02 is the new app that comes alongside it. So it's a movie editing app. There are the more complex mobile editing apps like LumaFusion or even Adobe Rush, but where this comes into play is just doing stuff that's super simple and super helpful. You can import your video straight from the Sony RX0 just like you can with all of the other Sony cameras with the Play Memories app. Once you have it on your phone, you could throw it in this new app and actually stabilize it, zoom, crop it, add other clips to it to make one big movie masterpiece video, and then you can export it in different ratios. So let's look at one of these clips and see how much image stabilization actually went on in the app. This app is in the beginning stages, but I love that it's just keeping it simple, but then it actually packs some really cool features and it does it well. My mind instantly goes to videos that live on Twitter, Instagram, Insta Stories. This is going to be a foolproof way to actually have high quality video, transfer it to your phone, do a little editing, upload it straight to these social medias, and it will stand out amongst all of the phone footage. So how do I make sense of this RX02? Basically, it has all of the features that the RX0 should have had when it came out, with the very big surprise of the flip out screen. Obviously, they're trying to hit that vlogging market, but I would like to say flip screens aren't just for vloggers. It's not a vanity thing. It's very useful when shooting, when I had it on my chest, when I had it in certain mounts, to be able to turn it around, to angle it at all, to frame up my subject, see what I was shooting. It is so incredibly helpful. But of course, if vlogging is your thing, that combined with a mic jack, get a little rig for it, and boom, it becomes a very versatile camera. However, if you are super into action sports, I really don't think this is a direct competitor to GoPro. This is $699, and GoPro, you can get the top of the top for $399. This can do a lot of things, obviously, that the GoPro can do, get in nicks and crannies. You can attach it to things you would never attach an A7S to. But what I see this as is a complement to other video cameras. If I was making a video mainly with my A7 III, maybe my A7S, a fancier Sony camera, I would 100% pick this over the GoPro just because you actually have professional picture profiles, just the colors are great, you can color grade it to look like all of the other footage, and you actually have that depth of field that you very rarely have with a GoPro just because it captures everything. On that huge production production, I was recently on the road trip. They were actually using these the first day to get our in-car angles, and they had lenses attached to them. So this camera is almost just being begged to be rigged up and used with other fancier cameras. So if you aren't 100% an action sports person, but you might need some of those features, and maybe you need a fancier action camera that you can rig up, you need some in-car content, but you don't want to go the extra mile and get the Blackmagic micro cinema cameras and the lenses that come with this, well, this fits perfectly right in the middle. Talk about a niche camera. But hey, this thing is cool. I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't even know when it's coming out. Do I know when it's coming out? Let me know if you like this video. Hit that subscribe button down below for new videos every single week about tech and creativity. New podcasts on Monday. So much content. Stick around. Be my friend. Stay peachy. Okay, bye.